Hey, what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thanks for watching. So here's my two show tanks. I rarely have problems with these, but I cannot say the same about the garage fish room. But before we get into that, just a reminder, I am on Instagram at AdamCSolo and northfinusa.com. You can enter AdamC, all caps, all one word, and get 12% off anything on the site. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here is the quote-unquote fish room. It's not necessarily a room. This is just an unused section of my garage that I've set up some racks, put some carpet down, and installed some tanks. I have some outlets behind there. And my intention with this was, this is a spot to raise fish and I can sell fish out of here. But the challenge is that this is in a garage. Though it is an attached garage and I have an insulated garage door, weather can become an issue. I've had this room going for pretty close to a year and a half. I started filming it not that long ago, but this is the second winter that I've had this this set of tanks up and running in the garage. Last winter, and I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, last winter it didn't get as cold as usual for that consistent of an amount of time. It would get down 10, 15, and in the fish room then and here, it would get down to about 55 degrees. The heaters in the tanks would do just fine. This year has been more normal. It's gotten down below zero many nights in a row, like 2 or 3 weeks in a row it would get down below zero at night. So that was the true test of my fish room, and the test failed. I was tripping breakers. I knocked out the heating to a few of these tanks, so when I came in one morning, the show tank there was at 68 degrees. A couple of these fry tanks were in the upper 60s and getting colder rapidly, so I had to use a space heater in the meantime. And if you guys use space heaters, they are expensive to run. So we had to get down to work. I had to add some various extra heaters on multiple tanks, keeping track of the temperature. If you go down to this one, see, I added extra heaters. And I know what you're saying, that still doesn't address the question of tripping breakers as far as, I'm overloading the circuits. So what I had to do was invest a little of my own time and money, and I had to run some extra circuits and outlets. So check those out real quick. I had two open spaces in my panel, so I ran a 20 amp circuit and installed an outlet right here. Moved some of the backup heaters onto that. And then I ran a second 20 amp circuit over to here, and this outlet is purely for when I need to plug in the space heater, that I'm not going to trip the breaker again and leave everybody hanging. So with those upgrades, I have been able to, no pun intended, weather this storm. I'm able to keep all the tanks now at about 77, 78, which is perfectly good enough for just getting through the winter. I was getting concerned there for a while. I have 8 tanks running out here with a lot of stock in them. The Bucochromis heterotania are in that tank. I've got Bucochromis rhodesi yellow and Mylochromis spilostitius in this tank. That's a quarantine tank. I have my Mylochromis breeding group over there. So I have a lot invested in the fish that are down here. So I really feel a lot better now having the ampacity available to run all of these tanks. So I guess the lesson that I learned was, I don't know if it was a lesson, but it was something that I kind of expected, and I just had to play it by ear as the winter got colder and colder. And it's that, a simple one circuit is not going to operate, running 12 heaters at the same time. When I had these 300 watt heaters all kicking on, it caused a problem. And I came down in the morning, and like I said, I didn't hear any buzzing, I didn't hear any bubbling, and I thought they were probably all dead. But the good thing is when they get really cold, they kind of go slightly dormant. So I guess that's what kept them alive until I got it running. So for about $150 worth of material and a little bit of labor, we got this taken care of. None of the tanks look good out here. I've got heaters everywhere. I've got crap everywhere, thermometers. I haven't been able to do a ton of water changes because the fish were already kind of in shock for a bit, so I wanted to let them be. So all the tanks look sort of nasty. But at least the fish are alive. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you've got any similar stories, let me know. Again, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, so operating out of a garage, it doesn't make it easy. I know some of you guys in Southern California and Arizona, you're probably laughing that you don't have to deal with this. So lucky you. So until next time, see you guys later.